Hello people, welcome to EduRev. So today we'll be practicing questions on one of the most interesting chapters, that is probability. Every year one or two questions in exams are based on this chapter. The questions from this chapter are generally mixed with concepts of P and C, that is permutation and combination. The questions provided here uses all the concepts of probability. But first, let me remind you of the topics which are super important. That is conditional probability, then we also have classical probability, then independent probability, and lastly binomial distribution. Now, in the following questions, wherever any concept will be needed, I'll explain you the concept with that question itself. So, without wasting time, let's begin. Alright, students, so let's start with question 1. Now, question 1 says that a problem in mathematics is given to three students, that is, student A, B, and C, and their respective probability of solving the problem is this. And we need to find out the probability that the problem is solved. Now, this question came in JEE 2002. So, if you are able to solve this question, then that means you have a good grasp of the topic, and then you can easily solve the rest of the questions. So, without further ado, let me tell you how to solve it. Now the thing is that probability that E of that A has actually solved the question is nothing but half. Therefore, probability that E has not solved the question is what? Half. Correct? Now probability that B has solved the question is given as 1 by 3. So the probability that it will not solve a question is going to be what? 2 by 3. And on similar grounds, if probability that C has solved the question is 1 by 4, then the probability that C hasn't solved a question is going to be what? 3 by 4. Now we know that probability of that A has solved a question union, B has solved a question union, C has solved a question is equal to 1 minus probability that A hasn't solved a question union B hasn't solved the question, into just a second. So what we need to write actually here is not union, but instead we need to write what? We need to write that it's going to be 1 minus probability that A isn't solving the question, then B isn't doing it, and similarly probability that C isn't doing it. Therefore, what is going to happen is that this probability will be equal to 1 minus half into 2 by 3 into 3 by 4. That is half into 2 by 3 into 3 by 4. And when I'm going to solve it, it will be what? 1 minus 1 by 4, that is 3 by 4. So the probability that the problem is solved is what? 3 by 4. I hope you people have understood it. Now let's move on to the next question. So the second question states that we need to find out how many integers which are greater than 999. Now they are saying greater than 999. That means we are not including 999 into it. And it shouldn't be greater than 4000. So it shouldn't be greater than 4000 means 4001 cannot be there, but 4000 is included in this. That means we are including both 999 and 4000. Now the question says that how many integers greater than 999 but not greater than 4000 can be formed from the digits 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 if repetition of digits is allowed. Now the digits are what? Just a second. The digits are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Correct? And we are including 999 and 4000 into it. Right? Now I need to make a number of what? 4 digit, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 digit number. Correct? Now the thing is that in the first place, out of all this, what is going to come? 3. Because if I'm going to put 4, then all the numbers which will be found will be greater than 4000, and this is exactly what we do not want. So in the first place, we will take the number 3. Now, because the repetition is allowed, then can I say that all these 5 numbers have equal chance of occurrence in all the next 3 spaces which are there? That is this space and this space. So in this, total 5 numbers have a chance. Similarly, in the third one also 5 numbers have a chance, and similarly on the last place also 5 numbers have a chance. So the total numbers which can be formed in this manner are going to be 3 into 5 into 5 into 5, which is nothing but 375. So the answer, that is how many digits are possible, is going to be what? The number of digits that are possible is going to be 375. But wait a minute, this is wrong. The correct answer is 376. But why? This is because when I said that in the first place 3 is going to come, we ignored the fact that we were also including 4000 into it, right? So that means that I've calculated all the numbers except for 4000. So I have to add 375 with 1 in order to get the final answer, that has to be 376. That is, option number D is correct. So the number of digits, that is the number of integers, are going to be how many? 376. So I hope you got it. Let's move on to question number 3. Alright, let's start with question number 3. So question number 3 states that Sam has forgotten his friend's 7-digit telephone number. So there are 7 digits in his telephone number and he remembers the following. That is, the first 3 digits are either 635 or 674, right? The number is odd, that is, the last digit of the number has to be odd. And the number 9 appears only once. That is, number 9 only occurs once in the whole number. Now, if Sam were to use a trial and error process to reach his friend, what is the minimum number of trials he has to make before he can be certain that he will succeed? So the number is of 7 digits. I'm going to make 7 places. Now the first 3 digits are either going to be 635 or 674. That means there are 2 options to do it, right? Now let's take case 1. Now case 1 is that number 9 appears on the end, right? Now if number 9 appears on the end, then out of 10 digits, there are going to be 9 digits which can take this place. Similarly, 9 to take this place and 9 to take this place. Why? Because repetition is obviously allowed. There is nothing regarding repetition that is given in the question. So that means we can repeat the digits to form this telephone number. Now the thing is that because, okay, this is digit 9. Okay, do not get confused with how many numbers we can form and the digit 9. So now 9 digit, that is the digit 9 is coming at the end. Whereas the number of times I can actually fill this place as 9, similarly 9 and 9. So if in case 1 that is 9 appears at the end, I can say that the number of ways in which the number can be formulated is, there are 2 options for the first 3 places, so that means 2 into 9 options for the 4th one, similarly for the 5th one, similarly for the 6th one, and for the 7th one I have only 1 option because number 9 is at the end. So when I'm going to multiply this, I will get what? 1, 4, 5, 8. So this was case 1. Now we will also consider a case when number 9 is where? When number 9 is either on 4th place or 5th place or your 6th place. Now similarly, I'm going to draw the number again. So either 6, 7, 4 can occur here or 6, 3, 5 can occur here. So that means there are 2 ways to fill these 3 places. Okay. Now the thing is that on the last place, 9 cannot happen. If 9 cannot happen on the last place, then there are only 4 ways to fill the last place, correct? Now the thing is that either 9 has to come at this place or at this place or at this place, correct? Now just suppose that 9 occurs here, then that means that if 9 occurs here, then that means this place is fixed. That means to fix this place, there is only one way because I have put 9 in this place, correct? Now, if I have put 9 in this place, then out of 10, because 9 can only occur once, out of 10, I will be having only 9 numbers to fill place 5 and 6. So there are going to be 9 ways to fill this place and 9 ways to fill this place. So if I need to calculate this, I would say that there were 2 ways to fill the first one, 1 way to fill the 4th one, then 9 ways to fill this, then 9 to fill this and 4 to fill this. Now the thing is that because I can do 9 here, I can also put 9 here or here, correct? That means that the way I have formulated this number, I can also formulate similar type of two numbers when 9 is fixed at your 5th position and at your 6th position. That means the way I formulated this number can be replicated to form two more numbers. That means in totality, there are three ways of forming this case. So I have to multiply 3 with this. And when I multiply 3 with this, the number that I'm going to get is 1944. So the total number of ways will be what? The total number of ways will be 1458 plus 1944. So 1458 plus 1944 will be what? It will be equal to 3402. That is option number C. So the total numbers are going to be what? 3400. I hope you understood this. Let's move on to question number 4. Alright, let's do question number 4. So question number 4 says that an event can occur in two ways only. So question number 4 says that an event can occur in two ways only. Now, if the difference of the probabilities of the two events is 20%, then what are the individual properties of the event? Now, let's see that there is this one property, that is principle of sum of all probabilities. Let's see if that property can help us here or not. Now, the sum of two probabilities, that is A, let's say that the probabilities is A and B, okay. So, the sum of two probabilities has to be 1, that is 1 can be equated as what? 100%. That is what I am saying is that A plus B has to be what? A plus B has to be equal to 1. Let this be equation 1. Now the thing is that the difference of the probability is given as 0.2 or I could say 20%. So the summation is given as 1 on 100% and the difference is given as what? 0.2 or 20%. So if A and B are the two probabilities that we have taken, so I have formulated the first equation, that is A plus B needs to be equal to 1. Similarly, because of this difference, I can also formulate one more equation, that is A minus B has to be what? A minus B has to be 0.2. That is, this is equation 2. Now, we basically have two equations, that is A plus B equals to 1, then A or also A minus B equals to 0.2. Now the thing is that we need to solve these two equations in order to calculate the respective answer that we want. Now if I am going to add both of them, then what is going to happen? I'll get that 2A is nothing but 1.2. So A is going to be what? A is nothing but 0.6. Now A here is 0.6. So when I substitute A, the value of A in equation 1, I'll get B as what? 0.4. That means A is nothing but 60% and B is nothing but 40%. So we have done nothing. We have just used these two equations, that is A plus B needs to be equal to 1, or you can say 100%, and A minus B is nothing but 20%, that is 0.2. And we have solved these two questions to find what is the value of A and what is the value of B. So A is 60% and B is 40%, that is option number A. I hope you understood this. Let's move on to question number 5. Alright, so question 5 says that a bag contains 2 red, 3 green and 2 blue balls. Now 2 balls are drawn at random. So what is the probability that none of the balls drawn is blue? Let's suppose this is the bag. Okay, so this is a bag. And we have how many red balls? Let me just draw it. So we have 2 red balls. Then we have green balls. That is, we have 3 green balls and then we have 2 blue balls. So we have 2 blue balls. Now the thing is that we need to find 2 balls out of the total balls that are there in the bag, but we cannot find the blue ball. That is, the number of balls that we are taking out, none of them should contain the color blue. Now the options can be that the 2 balls that I am taking out, either both of them are 2 or both of them are green, or one is blue and one is green. Now the thing is that the total number of balls that are there are 2 blue, 2 red and 3 green. That is total is 7. Now the thing is that let S be the sample space. So the number of ways of drawing 2 balls out of 7 balls has to be 7C2. That is 7 into 6 by 2 into 1 when I calculate it. So that has to be what? 21. But we need to find 2 balls out of 5 balls in particular because we are not including 2 balls in it. That is the blue ones. So the number of ways of doing this is 5C2, correct? Because we need 2 balls out of 5 balls. Why 5 balls? Because we have excluded the number of balls that is of blue color from the total number of balls. So it has to be what? It has to be 5C2. So when I calculate it, it will be what? It will be 5 into 4 upon 2 into 1. As simple as that, correct? So when I'm going to solve it, it will be what? 10, because this 2, so it's going to be 10. So now the thing is that the number of events that actually take 2 balls out of the balls and none of the ball that is given as blue are 10. But the total number of events, including the blue balls itself, is what? 21. So the probability has to be 10 upon the total number of events, that is 21. So the answer is option number A, that is 10 by 21. I hope you people have understood it. Now you can go to EduRev, click on probability and you can solve the tests that are given there. Also, you can unlock all the logged videos, documents and all the other content that is provided on EduRev with EduRev Infinity Plan and ace your exams at less than 80 rupees per month. Thank you.